as we look ahead to Wednesday's trade deal signing and obviously what is next, the Wall Street Journal is breaking down the last 2 years of uncertainty with China and the impact that it's had on our economy. Now, the Journal says the trade war with China took toll on the United States, but not a big one. Let's bring in former Reagan economist Art Laffer. Art, it's great to have you on this because the first thing that the Journal talked about was American farmers and those soybean producers that really have gotten hit over the last 2 years with this trade deal. Can they recover and how quickly?
Oh, I think the whole economy can recover very quickly. I mean, these farmers have a one-year cycle. I think that would be easy. I think, wasn't it President Trump said they got to get bigger tractors? I think they not only can recover, I think they can recover and gain a lot besides. I mean, Trump has always claimed that he was a free trader, and this is proof positive that he is a free trader. He's really trying to make the U.S. economy better, and I'm very pleased with this trade deal. I'm excited beyond belief. Trade's my specialty area, and it's wonderful.
Well, good. That's why you're here. And let me ask you this, because this is the Journal's words, not mine, but I want to get your reaction here. They say China is set to do little more when they sign this deal than restore agricultural purchases and offer some nice words on financial services and intellectual property. What do you say to that?
I'd say it's just, that's a little understated. I think it's much more than that. I think China's willing to really put in the whole hog on this deal and really make a big trading expansion with the United States over time. I think it's much more than just a small little step back where we were. I think it's going to be a very first step for a big relationship with China. China's our natural trading partner in this world. If there were ever two countries that could get the gains from trade, it's the United States and China. And I'm very excited. I was one of the first group to go to China in 1970. In October of 1970, I went with George Shultz and John Ehrlichman. We did the pre-Kissinger trip, and I've always fallen in love with China, and I thought that the relationship of China and the U.S. would be so tremendous for both countries, and I still do.
Well, let me ask you this then. You know, the impact on the economy, and that's what the Journal is talking about. But, you know, the president has said before that he'd like to see 3% annual economic growth, but we may be more around 2% for 2019. I know you're bullish about us signing this deal with the Chinese. What do you think the impact's going to be for 2020 economic growth?
Let me just say that I understand the 3% number. I like it, and all that's good. But, you know, this economy has done extremely well over the last 2 years. If you look at our economy in the context of the world, all the rest of the world has been declining dramatically. We have not declined dramatically. We're the one shining light on the global community that's done really well. I like to look at the U.S. economy relative to the rest of the world, and it's done nothing but expand, expand, and expand. Our GDP today is 2.5% higher than it would have been had we grown at the rate of the Eurozone for the last 2 years. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a huge, that's $700 billion. I mean, it's amazing what the tax bill did, what the deregulation has done. I have no holdback on the U.S. economy. It's performing magnificently. And if the rest of the world turns around in any way, shape, or form in 2020, that will push U.S. economic growth even higher. So I couldn't be happier with how the economy has performed, and I'm anticipating a really good year in 2020.
Well, let me ask you before you go, who wins in all of this? We've talked about farmers, but what about the auto industry? What about furniture makers? What about fireworks companies? I mean, we've talked over the last 2 years here at Fox Business about so many of these industries that were impacted by the trade war. Who's the first winner? Who's the big winner?
The biggest winners are the U.S. and China and the rest of the world. It's a win-win for everyone. These are called the gains from trade, comparative advantage. David Ricardo, it is a win-win for the world, this free trade agreement. And you know, the further we go on free trade, the bigger the wins will be. The only losers I can see are some of the Democratic naysayers who are really, it's never going to work. He's a protectionist. He's a tariff man and all that. They're the losers. The winners are all the American people and the rest of the world. You know, it's not us versus them. It's us with them, making a more profitable world for everyone.
All right. Art Laffer. Art, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Cheryl, you're doing a great job. Take over the show more often. I love coming on with you.
Oh, Charles would love to hear that. Thanks. Art, thank you, Art Laffer.
I love Charles, too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
He'll be back tomorrow.
Thanks, Cheryl.
You're so cute. Thank you.